What the heck is a lightning lane and do I need that? That's the number one question that I hear from guests traveling to Disney World for the first time overall. Planning a Disney World vacation used to be a lot simpler. You picked a park, you showed up, you got in line, maybe you had a paper fast pass in hand. But just over 2 years ago, Disney changed that. They introduced the Lightning Lane service systems. Multi-Pass, Single Pass, and Premier Pass. In today's video, we're going to go over the basics of what Lightning Lane is, how you use them, and whether or not you need them. Hi, I'm Jessica with Casey's Corner Views. In my job of helping guests travel to Disney World, there is nothing that confuses people more than the lightning lanes. The good news is it's actually much simpler than most people have in their heads. If you've watched the previous videos in this Disney World Explained series, then you've learned about the Disney resorts, the transportation system, and the My Disney Experience app. We're tackling one of the most talked about Disney World vacation tools in this video today, lightning lanes. After today's video, you will understand the basics of all three Disney World lightning lane services, how to use them, and whether or not they are right for your trip. Let's talk about the lines themselves. When you show up at a Disney World attraction, you'll notice that most of them have two lines. The standby line, which is for every guest, anyone can get in those lines to ride the attraction, and the lightning lane. The lightning lane is the expedited or prioritized line for that attraction. The standby queue is available for everyone. You just simply show up, get in line, and wait your turn. The lightning lane is a separate entrance designed for guests using Disney's paid lightning lane services. Think of it as a priority entrance. It's Disney's skip the line services. Instead of waiting in a full standby line, you enter through the lightning lane and typically experience a significantly shorter wait. Now, here's something important to understand. Not every attraction has a lightning lane. More specifically, the character meet and greets do not offer lightning lane services. Ultimately, it's the tool used to shorten the wait times for guests willing to pay for it. Disney currently offers 3 different lightning lane products. Let's start with the most common. Think of multi-pass like the multiple attraction option. Guests purchase multi-pass for a specific park on a specific day. You can keep up to 3 reservations at a time. You continuously make a new reservation when you use one. You're given a return time for each reservation, and the return time windows are based on availability. When your return window arrives, you enter through the lightning lane. Multi-Pass is designed for guests who want shorter waits at several attractions throughout the day. This is the option most families choose when purchasing lightning lane services. Single Pass is different. This option is reserved for Disney's most popular attractions. Instead of purchasing access to multiple attractions, you're purchasing lightning lane access for one specific ride. Example attractions are Tron Light Cycle Run in Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Magic Kingdom, Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in Hollywood Studios, and Avatar Flight of Passage in Disney's Animal Kingdom. These attractions do not participate in multi-pass, and you can hold only 2 of them per day. And single pass is priced per attraction per day. Lightning Lane Premier Pass is Disney's premium lightning lane option. Unlike multi-pass, guests do not need a scheduled return time. Instead, guests receive one-time lightning lane access to every participating attraction in a single park for that day. Simply arrive when you're ready and use the lightning lane entrance. It's the most flexible option Disney offers, but it's also the most expensive. One of the biggest advantages of staying at a Disney World Resort Hotel is the Lightning Lane booking advantage. Disney Resort Hotel guests can begin booking Lightning Lane selections 7 days before check-in for the entire length of their vacation. Guests staying off-property can book 3 days before their park visit. Why does this matter? Because the most popular attractions and return times can sell out. The extra time to book often provides Disney Resort guests with significantly more choices. This is one of the reasons I encourage guests to consider the value of staying on Disney property when you're comparing hotel options. Now let's talk about a secondary confusing part of the Lightning Lane multi-pass system, the tier system. At Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, participating attractions are divided into tiers. Animal Kingdom doesn't have the tier system. All attractions are equal to book. You'll find a Tier 1 group and a Tier 2 group. Disney uses tiers to spread demand across multiple attractions rather than having everyone select the same rides. When making your initial multi-pass selections 7 days before you check in, you're limited to 1 Tier 1 and 2 Tier 2 attractions. You can also book 3 Tier 2 attractions. However, once you're in the park and once you use that first Lightning Lane reservation, the tier system is no longer in effect. Once you book a Lightning Lane selection, you are given a return window. That return window is an hour long. For example, your return window might be 11 a.m. to noon. During that window, you will enter the Lightning Lane entrance for that attraction. One thing many first-time visitors don't realize is that return times can sell out and disappear throughout the day for those most popular attractions. That's another reason planning ahead matters. However, oftentimes during the day, guests are regularly modifying and canceling Lightning Lane reservations. So it's really important to keep checking back if something says that it's sold out. You're going to refresh that screen, keep checking back, and new return times may pop up. Once you're in the parks, that Lightning Lane service really becomes more dynamic. Here's the simple version. After you've used one Lightning Lane selection, you can generally book another available selection. Many Disney fans refer to this as use one, book one. You experience an attraction, then you look for your next opportunity. This allows guests to continue building their day as they go. Don't worry too much about mastering advanced strategies right now. For first-time visitors, simply understanding this concept puts you ahead of many guests. If this is starting to sound complicated, that's completely normal. As I said, this is the most common question that I get when I'm working with guests traveling to Disney World, and that's exactly the type of planning support that I provide. I help guests understand their choices, determine whether or not Lightning Lane is worth the investment for their family, and create a plan that matches their vacation goals. My goal isn't to sell the most expensive options. My goal is to make sure that my clients are investing their time and their money wisely. If you're interested in that type of planning support for your trip to Disney World, you can find a link to my contact information in the description below. Do you need Lightning Lanes? The answer is maybe. Families visiting during busy times of year often find Lightning Lane very valuable. Guests traveling with limited park days may appreciate spending less time waiting in line. Others prefer to save the money and use traditional standby queues. There isn't one right answer. The key is understanding what you're paying for and deciding whether the time savings are worth the additional cost for your family. I intentionally did not put pricing in this video because the truth is Lightning Lane pricing changes every day. Not only does pricing vary per day, it varies per park. And obviously it varies per product. Before your trip, always check the My Disney Experience app. Before your trip, when you are ready to possibly make the purchase for the Lightning Lane services, you will see pricing. They're not going to hide it from you. You'll also be able to see what is available for making reservations. You can purchase multi-pass and single pass together in one transaction, or you can purchase just multi-pass, just single pass. If you're purchasing Premier Pass, it's just going to be Premier Pass, because Premier Pass does include those rides that are included in single pass. If today's video feels like a lot, remember this. The Lightning Lane services are just the way to skip the lines, to skip the regular standby lines at attractions so that your wait times are shorter. Multi-pass helps you experience multiple attractions. Single pass helps you Single Pass helps you experience those most popular attractions, and Premier Pass helps you experience all of the attractions that have a lightning lane in one park for a single day. Once you understand the basics of each different product, planning becomes much easier. In our next Disney World Explained video, I'm going to go over the Disney World dining plan options. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Casey's Corner Reviews. Hit that bell icon to be notified of when the next video is released. Thank you for watching. See you in the parks.